Hey, my name is Bailey Weiser. I am the owner of Held You Photography, a North Georgia newborn family and photography studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about newborn safety, and there's a lot that encompasses this, but really the number one priority that I have when I'm photographing clients is keeping everyone safe. So these are some things to think about whether you are a new photographer or maybe you're a seasoned photographer and you haven't really thought about these things. It's really important that your clients have a great understanding that you know what you're doing and that you are making every effort possible to keep them and their kids safe. So let's dive in. The first thing that you want to do is ensure that you have a safe environment for your session. Now, if you're going into someone's home, that is already a guarantee for your clients. They trust that their home is a safe place. But when you have, especially first-time parents, bringing a brand new baby into either your studio space or to another shooting area, you want to guarantee that the environment is safe for them. That's not just for newborns either. That counts for all families. One thing to think about is making sure that there's nothing that could fall over on top of them. So if you have changing tables or dressers, make sure that those are mounted to the wall. If you've got mirrors, make sure that those are not just leaning, but they've got a leg on them. If you've got anything that could pose a threat as something could fall on them or something could pinch them or whatever it might be, just try and baby-proof as much as possible your studio. This also means not setting baby down in a place where they are not safe. I see a lot of newborn photographers putting babies in unsafe positions, and it's really one of my pet peeves when I see behind-the-scenes videos of baby not looking like they're safe. So make sure that whenever you're setting baby down, either someone has eyes on them or hands on them, that they're not just laying on the newborn pillow and big brother or big sister is going to come over and try and help and pick them up. Make sure that if you are, for any reason, stepping away from baby when they're on either a bed or the newborn pillow, that someone's eyes are on them, even if they're not yours. Grab mom or dad, ask one of them, hey, can you keep an eye on her for a second? I know she's not going to go anywhere, but it builds credibility with your clients. It makes a priority that they know that you are thinking about their baby's safety. Another thing to think about is to wear a harness or a strap for every single newborn session. This means whether you are going to a hospital and doing a fresh 48, or if you are in a studio or someone's home, never photograph standing over baby without having that camera harnessed to you in some form or fashion. The last thing you want and the last thing your clients want is to have a camera dropped on their baby. So make sure, even if you are confident that you are not going to drop your camera, this just goes the extra mile to ensure that you are looking out for their safety. If you're choosing to use a heat source in your studio space, or if you're bringing a space heater to a client's home, make sure that the heat source is not too close to anything, whether that's curtains or a blanket or a baby. I know we would like to create a warm environment for baby so that they can feel settled and rest and go to sleep and be cozy, but that's not worth the expense of causing a fire or causing someone to get injured because of where the space heater is placed. So keep that in mind if you decide to bring along a heat source. This may not have a whole lot to do with safety, but I do think this is worth mentioning. Make sure that when you are photographing your clients that you are being hygienic. That means as soon as clients arrive at your studio, you are letting them know that you are washing your hands, and you actually go wash your hands, and don't just say that you're gonna scoot right out and be right back. Make sure that you're washing your hands. Make sure that if you are changing baby's diaper, that you are putting that diaper in a place that big brother, big sister cannot get to it, that it is off of a surface where they'll be sitting or laying or touching. But more importantly, if you are changing baby's diaper, make sure that you're washing your hands before you start positioning them again. The last thing you want is to be touching baby's face after wiping their poopy butt. So make sure that you are washing your hands or you have hand sanitizer readily available. If you have to make a diaper change, we know that newborn sessions can be very messy, and so make sure that you're taking precautions whether that's having extra blankets on your changing pad. Be prepared for a mess. So make sure that you're being hygienic, you're wiping down surfaces as needed, and especially between sessions, but as needed during a session as well. Another thing, do not force a pose if baby is not willing to go into it. I see a lot of these really sweet poses for newborn babies, and some of them seem extremely unnatural. So if you are trying to position or pose a baby and you're noticing either their hands or their feet going purple, or if you're noticing that they're real squirmy, that's a sign to stop what you're doing and to troubleshoot and figure out how to solve that problem. It may mean that baby just does not want to be in that pose. And so be creative, think of another way to position them and keep the session rolling. If you're noticing that hands and feet are turning purple, that's a circulation issue. And you're going to want to either loosen the swaddle or reposition them in a way where their hands and their feet are not changing colors. And lastly, make sure that you're not forcing photos that just will not happen in general. So say that you've got toddlers involved in the session and parents really want a picture of the two of them together. I understand that's a super sweet image, but if big brother or big sister is not up for it, if the parents don't trust the sibling to hold them, maybe consider doing a composite shot. Basically what that means is you set up a position, whether that's on a bed, on a couch, on a chair, whatever it is, and you take one photo of baby by themselves, and then you take another photo of big brother or big sister by themselves. And then in post-processing, you blend those photos together so no one knows that they're actually two photos, but they look like one. A great way to kind of trick this is a goldfish trick. or a snack of choice for the toddler that you're dealing with. One thing that I do a lot is I keep a big box of goldfish on hand here at the studio. And if I have very food motivated toddlers, which a lot of toddlers are food motivated, I ask the parents, is it okay if they have a few goldfish? If they say yes, absolutely, they love goldfish, what I'll do is I will take a few goldfish and I will hide them either behind the head or the neck or tucked in the swaddle of the baby. And then when I'm taking those pictures, if I can do something that's not a composite, if I can actually put them together in a photo, what I'll do is hide them around baby, and then big brother, big sister will be reaching for the goldfish. And it turns out to look like there's no goldfish in the picture, it's just baby brother or sister. In the event that a composite shot has to be done, in order to get them to actually either reach or look down in a specific area, that might mean using goldfish, it might mean putting their favorite toy there, or even a phone or an iPad with a song or their favorite show, something to get them engaged and looking at that direction. Now, it's not as hard when you're having a photo where you're trying to get them to sit and smile at the camera, but when you're trying to get an interactive shot, that's a great way to kind of fake it a little bit. So overall, the number one priority for every single one of your sessions should be safety. And I hope that this video was helpful for you if you are trying to open a studio or get started in the newborn photography world. Newborn safety is really important, and it's one of those things that can either make or break a session and make or break your business. So make sure that you're going above and beyond to ensure that not only your little clients are safe, but everyone in your session is safe.